Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Tonya Harbin Real Estate Hour. For the next 30 minutes, we talk real estate, how to buy it, how to sell it, how to make the most out of your investment. You're going, what kind of investment can I have with my home? Well, if you've got a real nice place and you've got some extra rooms, you might be able to rent them out. Maybe you can rent out the whole place and go get your dream home, your forever home. Maybe you need to get a bigger home or a smaller home. Whatever you're looking for, do not make a move without the person. The only one that I trust when it comes to real estate is Tonya Harbin of Tonya Harbin Real Estate. She's got an incredible team, and she's got a plan to make sure that when you sell your house, you don't leave money on the table. And when you're buying a house, you don't pay too much. If you're looking to invest, she'll be right there with you. There's no other way to go than with Tonya Harbin Real Estate, brokered by Real, right here in Abilene. And we have the song I like to sing. We love you, Tonya. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Tonya. We love you true. Because Tonya, you do real estate right.
You're just so energetic.
Yeah, well, it's because you're here. I'm like going, yay, Tonya's in the house. And I know that when you come in, you like to keep the place nice and cool. Because sometimes when it's cold outside, the boss comes in and turns up the heater. And sometimes when it's hot outside, the boss comes in and turns on the AC. But he doesn't turn it down as cold as you do. You like it nice and cool.
You talking about Caleb?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Well, you don't do it. Caleb does it, or Amanda does it. I'm outing them both. I'm telling you, your team is incredible. But seriously, Tonya, are we going to ever get... I heard something in the news, and I've literally been trying to keep up with it, that the interest rate is as low as in the 5s now?
It's fluctuating, I would say, in the high 5s, low 6s, just depending.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's in the high 5s. I'm like going, wait a second. I was told it was never going to go back to...
government loans, it's always lower. So I know we've been saying this, but it really is a good time to buy. So with rates and...
I like the smile you give me.
Especially here because rental houses are so expensive. So it's just, in my mind, makes more sense to buy than to rent.
Why are rental homes so expensive?
Because they're in great need with all the people.
Demand?
Yeah. A lot of people that have come in needing a rent house.
Is there any rental property available? Because I talked to a friend of mine that owns a hotel here in town, and he says he has leased out all his hotel except for, I think he keeps 5 rooms in the event, and those stay full all the time.
No, I would say for rentals, it's kind of crazy. So I remember a couple of years ago, there was probably maybe one house on the rental market over $2,000 a month. And I looked the other day, and I think there were about 40 listings over $2,000 a month.
Wait a second. Is this thing on? Over $2,000 a month?
And some of those are furnished and some aren't. So...
I'm grateful we don't have flies in here. My mouth.
The house that we had listed that we sold on Lewis and Clark, they had that one on the market to rent for $2,800 a month. I know it was pending. I don't know if it shows closed yet to see what that actually rented for. But, I have a house over there, and I'll say before all of this, it rented for about $1,800 a month. So that's $1,000 increase. A couple of years ago, that house was $1,600 a month. So now to be $2,800 a month is, it's gone up substantially.
And that's your property?
No, this is another house. This is one that we had listed, and it sold to an investor, and that investor put it up. Now, I do own one in that same neighborhood. So what I'm saying is, a year and a half ago, that was rented for $1,800. So now it's gone up $1,000 a month in that neighborhood.
Wow. You talk about an investment broker. Tonya Harbin, investment broker. If you were
to buy that same house, let's just say, I think it sold for about $265,000, somewhere around there.
What would the payments be?
Probably $2,400 a month, just depending on what your interest rate is. How much you're putting down. Could be less.
Do you have to put a lot of money down?
And then you own it. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, if you're doing a conventional loan, anywhere from 3% to 20% down. FHA loan, 3.5%. If you are military and get VA benefits, then you can get in the home with 0% down.
My question now is this, because my heart breaks for our military. I know what they get paid, Tonya. They don't get a lot. How in the Sam Hill are they going to be able to afford to buy a house, let alone rent one in Abilene? We've got a major aircraft coming in. We got all the AI plants coming in that are going to be supporting some of that airplane technology. How are we going to take care of our military folks?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like even in our property management company, and I get it. I understand the owner side too, but they're calling every day also, can we raise our rent? Because they've heard that rents are going up. So if you're in a lease, more than likely, there's a good chance that your rent's going to go up whenever that lease is up.
Wow.
So yeah, it's hard for the people that are coming in. It's hard for, the people that, live here in general, if they've been renting. So I would just look, I mean, can you afford to buy a house? Is your credit good enough to buy a house? I would definitely look at buying one versus staying in the rental market right now,
So,
if you're able.
I understand that if you have squatters, they get a big discount, correct?
They do. Yeah, they're free.
Actually, they're not anymore because some of the, we talked about this last week when we had Byron in here with the foundation repair. And some of the laws have changed. And you still have to go get a legal document to evict squatters, but they're not going to be there as long as they think they are. As a matter of fact, if they give you any grief, they can be arrested and taken away right then and there.
So from eviction notice, how long can they be in there?
In the past, you had to give them 30 days eviction notice. You don't now. They get 72 hours and let's go. They got to go.
Yeah.
And if they don't, so guess what? Law enforcement comes in to take care of that. So, but this is from properties that are not occupied, and I don't understand why properties are not occupied, but you kind of shared with us your story.
Sometimes people are renovating them. I mean, there's lots of reasons, but I will say I was thinking about this too last week when we were talking about this. We've had insurance agents in here, and they've always said that if your home is not occupied, then either they can take away your insurance, your homeowner's insurance, or, your policy can go up, and that could be why, or one of the reasons, because if squatters went in, they
destroy the house and they leave lots and lots of messes.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've seen is the mess that they've left behind. Not only just in properties that I have, but at the same time, some of the properties up and down the road here, we're on First Street, and guess what? I see a lot of these empty businesses being occupied by squatters or homeless people.
Well, and I think especially right now, they're just looking, because it's, we've had cold days, warm days, but on the cold days too, probably just wanting a space where it's warm, and so they're going into these houses.
I was thinking of buying some land out in the country, like, 40, 50 acres, and then having some folks invest with me to buy a bunch of storage buildings. Those little metal storage buildings that you can buy that 8 by 8 or 8 by 10, and put a bunch of them out there in the country, and build a bathroom where centralized they can go to the bathroom. That way you don't have running water in every one of the buildings, and bring them. It's not a good idea, is it? Because property is going through the roof. Yes. I'm talking land. Talk to me about that, because you just recently bought land.
Yes, I mean, especially over on the north side, anywhere near Lancium, the prices have just gone up quite a bit. There was a property I was telling you about last week. It's 67 acres, and it's listed for $6 million.
That's over $1 million an acre.
Yeah.
I mean, no, for every 10 acres. What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I can't even do the math. 67
now, I don't know what
million.
it'll actually sell for, but I mean,
You think it's
you never know.
your honest professional
I
opinion?
just
You're
think
Tonya Harbin.
It just depends on if it's something that Lancium needs.
It's going to go, isn't it?
I mean, it's surrounded by their land, so I would think just if they need it. I mean, I would not pay $6 million for 67 acres, but, you know.
Is there any properties? I mean, there are homes,
There
barn
was a barn
dominium?
dominium on it and a couple other, like maybe a mobile home. I can't remember, but yeah. Crazy markets these days.
And the crazy
Here in
markets are
Abilene.
getting. All right. The crazy market got crazier during the cold weather because a lot of squatting took place.
Yes.
And a lot of neighbors were out there calling and saying, hey, you got somebody in your house over here. You need to come take care of it. We don't need them in our neighborhood. And then you become an unpopular, guest. You used to live in that neighborhood. Now your neighbors don't like you because you're not taking care of your property. Well, that said, they're destroying properties as well.
Yeah.
So, and I know that Mr. Harbin has his own construction company, correct?
Yes.
Is he building any houses?
No, we redo houses.
You're doing all the redos. Mm-hmm. What is the number one thing that squatters are destroying in houses that you notice right off the bat? Or that Kelly says, they got to go?
I don't know. These are our first squatters that we've had. Now, I know we've had some, like we had a listing one time that was vacant and there were squatters, I think like living in the back storage shed right before closing. And the buyers ended up not closing on it because they were scared from the squatters. No, I think that was on Grand.
Yeah. Oh,
So.
I can see that, and they do quite a bit of destruction on there, and some of that destruction that took place over the last couple of weeks is due to the cold weather. And you brought with us Eric. He's back in the house on the mic, busting a move, kicking it live with Bar Residential Roofing, not commercial, residential.
Thank you, Rudy, and thank you, Tonya, for having me back.
Hey, man, Eric Silva in the house. Cold weather's not good for roofs, man. It is not. That ice. Now, snow, we like it because you know what snow does? Insulates. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. It insulates, and I like that.
Yeah.
But as soon as it turns to hard, cold ice, well, then that's a problem.
Well, we did have a tenant that they were talking about in our office, and she was talking, I guess, all the snow whenever it was melting on the roof, and then the roof ended up coming in, or her ceiling was coming in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it definitely definitely can cause some leaks. As it melts, it just will create a dam and it can back up. And we saw that not too often, and thankfully none that I had that we've done recently. We try to take precautions for that. There's not something, and you go to Colorado, they take specific precautions when they're installing a roof. That's not normal for our code, in Abilene, but we still try to take some precautions, create, different barriers and things of that nature before, because it happens occasionally.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask the roofing question. Yeah. Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
Because I am a fireplace guy. I love fireplaces. Ooh, they can keep you nice, toasty, warm. Oh, and I love the Vestals because they're cast iron. They go up through the roof. But I have a chimney that goes through the roof, and it started from the ground and goes all the way through the roof as brick. Okay. All right. The brick around that comes through the roof, it's got a square hole in there, rectangular, and it goes up. So I had an idea not too long ago because I was looking at it, and there's that barrier, that dam that holds the water.
Yeah.
And now I've got leaks above where, because I was having roof repairs done, I got leaks right above the fireplace. So is there something that can be done to that if you have a fireplace, hello, let's turn this thing on. Listen up to this because Eric Silva is going to tell us from Bar Residential Roofing how to fix that. I have an idea. Those pipe wires that they sell at the hardware store to warm up your outside pipes, can you lay those up there on the roof and plug them in to keep it nice and Toasty warm?
That's an interesting idea. I don't know. I've never.
Maybe we invented something.
Yeah, there you go.
A chimney warmer.
And I'm sure in places like Colorado or something, they have things that will melt it quicker to get it off the roof. But in our area, chimneys and roofs are just they don't work. Unfortunately, especially the way that they're designed. Sometimes the way that the builders used to do them. Now the City of Abilene has created a code to put. It's called a chimney cricket. That's a big thing that will help. But all these houses that were built before 2000, they all have this a huge chimney, and they just create a dam. And obviously, as it starts to melt, the ice will work underneath the shingles or the metal or whatever it is, and it can start to leak. And so we have things in place that we do standard. Obviously, if it doesn't have a cricket, then we'll install it. And then new metal flashing. That's the most important thing, honestly.
What is a cricket? I want to know.
Yeah, a chimney cricket. It basically is it's a diverter behind the chimney that you build it's like a little hump, I guess, behind the chimney that keeps it from being flat, so that it creates a valley behind it to move the water and the ice away from the back of the chimney. So that's a big. Every builder is doing it now. They weren't doing it 20 years ago, and so that's something that they got smart on to figure out.
So if your house was built over 20 years ago, it might be having leak problems.
It could, yeah. And we as the City of Abilene has required, so anytime during a re-roof process, if it doesn't have a cricket, they require us to install a new one. So basically, again, it's just building up a little hump behind the chimney, I guess you could say. And then
so people with newer roofs would have one?
With newer roofs, yeah. So newer houses, of course, should have one if the builder did it correctly. And then upon the roof replacement, the City of Abilene.
I just had my roof replaced at my house. Would they have put a cricket in? It didn't have one.
They should have.
And if they didn't, I got to go see the city?
Well, they probably didn't do one. But a lot of people, again, that's part of the code that they require. And so,
is that something you do at bar roofing? I mean,
we do install. We install chimney crickets. Yeah, typically it's during the roof replacement process. You can do it. Actually, we'll see it a lot during a house sale because they'll come in. The inspector will say, "Hey, this doesn't have a chimney cricket. It's going to leak." So we have to go back in and kind of retrofit one. It's doable. It's definitely more invasive and time consuming to retrofit one. But once it's during the roofing process, it's pretty simple to do. So, I would say it definitely could have had one. It just depends on if the city, a lot of people don't even pull, they don't even pull permits in Abilene, and it's just one of those things where people try to hire the right guys, I guess I can tell you. So
what about all these clean out pipes that go through the roof of a house? Yeah. I mean, do you have to put crickets on them? Because that's creating another barrier.
When you say clean out pipe, as far as just like plumbing pipes, those just have a
cast iron,
all those, as long as they have the proper flashing around it. They're typically not flat, so they're round, so water will go around those things. But as long as they're installed correctly and flashed correctly, it shouldn't have a problem. So we see it occasionally, but it shouldn't have a problem if it's installed correctly.
All right.
Yeah.
Other secrets about roofs that we need to know about. Help us keep because we've got another cold front moving in. We're not out. Remember that Punxsutawney Phil, the little gopher, he saw his shadow. We got 6 more weeks of winter, and I just posted a wonderful Punxsutawney Phil gopher stew recipe on the internet.
When's the cold front coming? I missed that, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it's coming in midweek. Get ready for it.
Next week?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay. I guess we'll get ready.
Yeah. Do you get busier during the colder weather?
No, we slow down a lot, yeah. We can't do anything as far as installing shingles. Just people call. They want us to do maintenance stuff. It's, clean out, gutters.
When is the perfect time to install a roof, though? Hot weather? During the heat of summer?
Yeah, not too hot. Typically our standard is at our company is 55 degrees and sunny. The manufacturer will say you can install it colder, in the 40s, but we found that they don't stick. So our minimum is 55 degrees and sunny, and then anything over 100 is way too hot. The shingles will just start to melt. So, but yeah, 70 degrees, 60, that's great. Guys love that. So
I got one of those blow torches. What do they call?
Yeah, you could do that.
A military blow torch.
Yeah, don't tell your
heat that roof up.
that could work. But that could also cause some problems as well.
All right. So, what's new that's happening in the roofing industry that we are like as homeowners having? We just learned about crickets. I don't like crickets; they're too noisy. But what other things do we need to take care of on our roofs? Yeah. And what colors are the? I keep getting told you don't want to go black. You don't want to go any darker on your roof. And so, for years we all went silver and white. Now everybody's going black. What up with that?
Yeah, black is fine as long as it's properly ventilated. We don't have any. That's what we do mostly. Everybody wants a black roof, and it looks really sharp.
Why?
It just looks good. It's a modern color. People like it.
But it heats up the attic.
The thing is what I tell all my customers is that shingles are asphalt based, so they're which is black asphalt. So whether it's a brown shingle or a gray shingle, underneath those granules is black asphalt. You touch it, it's going to burn your hand off, whether it's black or gray. A white shingle that's considered solar resistant or whatever you want to call it. So that one is the only one that is considered a little bit lighter. But besides that, shingles are made out of asphalt and they're all really hot. You ask my guys on a hot summer day which one, they're going to tell you they're all really, really hot. So that's color to me. As long as it's properly ventilated, you'll never see a difference in your attic. So
when I'm getting ready to buy a new house, all right, Tonya, I'm coming to Tonya Harbin Real Estate. You're going to help me build one, all right? You're going to get me a builder and everything? Can we talk to Eric and say, all right, we want to do the right stuff? You already talked me into a white roof. I'm going with white, and white trim on the house.
There you go.
Because then when it's clean, guess what? It looks nice.
Is the roof really white?
It's ugly. It's white, and it is ugly. They do make a white roof.
Yeah, just imagining that.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Why is it ugly?
It just looks ugly. Yeah, I have people who occasionally will want it. We don't see it that often anymore. But 20 years ago, you'd see kind of a big. There's a lot of white roofs out there, but
I'm going to ask. I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to ask, Tonya, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Roof?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Valentine's Day, here we are. You want flowers?
On a roof.
What is your favorite color?
Your roofs.
Your favorite color is pink, I think.
Yes.
All right.
I do not want a pink roof.
Can't get a
I'm
pink
going to
roof.
ask. All right, Amanda, you like a favorite? You have a favorite color? Blue. Yeah. I like that. How about you, Caleb? What is it? Green. He likes green. All right, Eric.
Roofs.
What is your favorite color?
I like blue. Blue's a good color.
All right, two blues, a green, and a pink.
Yeah.
And my favorite color? White.
White. There you go.
But there are. I've seen green shingles, especially like out at the lake at Possum Kingdom. There's a lot of roofs that are green shingles.
I had a customer this week. Actually, they texted me. They actually insurance paid for half the roof. This is that's a whole other story. But half of their roof it's a green 3-tab shingle, which is a cheap shingle, but they want us to match the green. It's non-existent. You can't get green. Since COVID, they essentially got rid of all the random colors, and so I talked to suppliers and manufacturers, and nobody makes a green 3-tab anymore. So
because mainly can't you just get weatherwood and black?
Yeah. So they've come out with a few other colors now. They're back, since COVID, but once COVID hit, they essentially made grays and blacks and browns, and that was it. But they're getting back on track. But yeah, I've seen a purple roof, I've seen blue, I've seen green. You don't see that anymore.
Purple?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so no more.
The only place I've really seen green is just at the lake.
Yeah. That's cool. People really like it. You could get it I've installed plenty of green roofs a couple years ago, but now as I had a conversation today, they're just it's not happening. You can't find it. So
I like purple. That's not. It's called. Posting purple, Yeah. I see a purple roof. Don't go near that place. That guy can.
There you go.
Trespassing.
Yeah.
Posting purple. Wow. So, what advice do you have for what color of roof that, if somebody goes, Eric, we don't know what to do. What color should we do?
Get what you like and get what matches your house. To me, the color is as far as ventilation. Again, as far as heating, as long we're going to properly ventilate it. So. Get whatever color you like that matches your house.
I think it needs to, look at what your brick and stone color is, because I see so many, even sometimes I'll see people build their custom house and I'm just thinking, oh my.
What were you thinking?
It does not match at all. But I guess that's what they like. But then whenever they go to sell it, it's a little bit harder because it just doesn't match.
I will never pick a color for a customer. That's my rule. I've done this. I've done 1,000 roof plus in my life, and I've never picked a color. But I will recommend. Here's what I think would look good, based off what I've done in the past, and based off your painting and stone, and I'll take them samples, but
They
always
should
let them
really
pick.
go and drive around
Yes.
and look at a house that has, because you can go up to Acme or somewhere and ask for addresses of
Yeah.
a house that has that brick and stone, and go look at the color roof they did
Yeah.
before you just
Or
put
drive
something
around
up
your
there.
neighborhood.
Well, yeah, but if
Consistency.
you have different colored brick than somebody else, it's just, does that match or not?
Well, and I asked that because the house across the street from me has white brick. The house next door to me had red brick, but they painted the brick all white. So, and
Well, I think with white brick, you can get away with a lot of different shingle
they've all
colors
gone to
versus
black.
somebody with red brick.
Definitely.
I have the red brick that has the black and white splotches on it. So, yeah, I had white up until now.
Yeah.
And my wife got to pick, so,
What you go with?
yeah, you guessed it.
Black.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure it looks good.
A lot of people love black.
Yeah.
yeah. The air conditioner loves black too because it gets to work as much as it wants to during the summer. Because that does, it tends to heat up the attic. So
Yeah.
now I'm having to put in one of the things that I did put in one of those wind turbine, an extra wind turbine
Yeah.
to help pull the air out as it heats up. Because as it rises, it heats up and
Yeah.
try to pull it out of there. I really needed about 10 more of those to keep the house.
Yeah, like I
nice
said,
and
yeah,
cool.
as long as it's properly ventilated, it'll pull the air out. I mean, like I said, with the black roof, it does get hot, but yeah, just make sure it's.
So have you seen anybody in Abilene that has the all solar roof shingles like Tesla?
I've never seen it, and I don't think. I mean, if I know, I don't think it's here yet, and so I've never had a customer reach out about that. So I'm sure it's coming at some point, but it's cool. I've looked at it. I've looked into it. But nothing that we've seen in Abilene.
We'd like to welcome Eric Silva to the School of Solar Panels.
Yeah.
He's going to be in a class soon learning
Yeah,
how to
we'll-
install them.
Well, we've talked about solar panels with them, but I just wasn't sure if
Yeah.
we'd seen
They're pretty cool,
any
yeah.
roofs. I think it's pretty neat too. I'd
Yeah.
really like to see one in person.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one.
I have yet to either. I think they make it. I think it's some kind of. I guess it's metal somehow with glass. Who knows? But yeah, I've looked it up online. It looks really cool.
Although would it
did
hold
press it.
up here with our hailstorms?
That would be a good question. Obviously, in solar panels, they if you get big enough hail, they do break, but insurance pays for them. But I would imagine that would be a very costly.
I mean, didn't you
premium,
say Elon Musk was doing something here?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did buy land right
So-
over there.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty
Everybody
soon we can
knows.
ask him.
Oh yeah, he'll be. He's here.
He'll be
Everybody-
here.
everybody's coming to
You'll
Abilene.
see him at McDonald's.
Yeah, everybody's coming to Abilene. I always say
He
we're-
will be there.
Yeah,
Trust me.
I feel like we used to be like the hidden gem of like West Texas and like small town, good values, good churches, and good schools, and I think people are catching on to that. Cheap land, and which is no more obviously. So
Inexpensive
inexpensive.
land.
Not yet.
We do still have, I think, affordability compared to other places.
Yeah.
It's just because you're just competing
Yeah.
against it.
Speaking of affordability, what is the average going price for a home, and what is it nowadays? Here recently, what are you selling the most of? Are they?
I mean, we're selling everything, but anything under 300,000, we're just getting multiple offers again. And that's when 2 years ago, yes, interest rates were higher, but we were saying you should buy now before we have multiple offers.
Well, 2 years ago, you were saying, we're selling, because I asked you this, and I've done the research, and you answered, between 200 to 250,000. It's gone up to 300,000.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Now 300,000 or below. In the past, it was 200,000 or below.
It's just crazy to think, and I know we've said this before, but even over in Lytle South, where you said you used to live a long time ago.
Yes.
I remember trying to sell a house. Maybe it was in like 2010, 2011, maybe, I don't know, somewhere, around there. And the house was like $55,000. It was not selling. The seller was so angry. I mean, now those houses fly out the market for $150,000.
Yeah.
2-bedroom, 1 bath.
I remember buying mine.
Yeah.
I was complaining because they had to go up an extra $800, and I had to pay $37,800 for my house in Lytle South on Cornell Drive.
Yeah.
1125 Cornell Drive. Anyway, I still remember that house. I miss it.
Should have kept it.
I wished I would have.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to get a hold of Eric Silva and talk about roofing, you can find him at Trust Bar, 2 R's, trustbarr.com, trustbar.com, and they'll answer the phone. They've got all the information on there, is right?
That's right.
All right, got it then. How about Tonya Harbin Real Estate? Are we going to be on this Valentine's Day weekend out and about doing homes? Are you going to show the love to them? Or, I mean, tomorrow's not Valentine's Day. It's over.
Well, of course, you're going to find a home that you love on Valentine's Day weekend.
Aw. Come on, everybody do it with me. 1, 2, 3. Aw. There you go. Eric does the hand with the heart there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So, Tonya, it is always awesome to have you here because you do let us know. If you want to buy a house or if I want to invest in real estate or rent it out, can you help me out?
Yes, we sure can.
You taking on customers still?
Always and forever.
Yes. I know. Figured you'd be a little bit busy. All right. If you want to get a hold of Tonya Harbin, the best way there is TonyaHarbin.com, TonyaHarbin.com, or better yet, Facebook at Tonya Harbin Team, and then start packing. You're going to be moving soon. This is KYYW, Abilene, Texas.